Imagine this. 5 habits so mighty but tiny you can start them before this video ends and they will completely transform your life just like they did mine. Seriously, I could not wait to share this with you. You've got to understand that it was just so simple but impactful. No gimmicks, no complicated routines, just simple shifts that made me calmer, more focused, and way more joyful. Are you ready to feel that too? Of course you are. Just 5 things, free, and in just 5 minutes. My favorite one is the one about my brain. It is liberating. I am so psyched to share these because, well, have you ever been paralyzed by fear? No clue what to do next? I was. It was insane. I was complete fear that I was failing God, fear of failing my family, of the recurring depression, of not being able to move forward. Then I was advised to adjust just one little thing, one little mindset, because I was overwhelmed. I couldn't do much more. So I needed to adopt just one tiny habit, and the momentum began right then and there. And girl, now I am unstoppable most days. My name is Kiva, K-I-V as in victory A, and I help mature women create lives of purpose, peace, and confidence without burnout or overwhelm. So if that sounds like your vibe, awesome. Stick around to the end because I'm sharing the one habit that freed up more mental energy than all the others combined. Okay, buddy. So what if your first cup of coffee could become your most powerful self-care ritual? Hi, honey. This one shift stopped my morning stress spiral and helped me feel grounded before the day even started. Here's how it works. When I grab my first cup of coffee, I sit and I stop everything and just notice. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? How does my body feel right now? Am I a little stiff from sleeping wrong? Do I feel refreshed? It takes maybe 2 minutes max. This is my somatic pause. The somatic nervous system relays sensory information from the skin, muscles, and joints to the central nervous system, allowing you to perceive touch, temperature, and pain. At this early time in the day, I practice taking a mental pause by just stepping away with my coffee, turning my attention away from mental activity and turning attention to my body. And then I take a couple of slow breaths, roll my neck between swallows. And again, this takes less than 2 minutes and it sets the tone for the entire day. This next one is not as easy, but almost as powerful as the last shift. What if strength didn't mean doing it all alone? For years, I wore independence like a badge of honor. I wanted to have my own business. I wanted my own apartment before I was 5 years old. But I realized asking for help, needing help even, is not weakness, it's wisdom. Whether it's asking a friend or partner for support or delegating a small task at work, this habit lightened my mental load and created deeper connections with other people. Try it this week. Ask for one small thing and notice how it feels to receive instead of constantly giving. A bonus to this shift is to accept any help that is offered. Let someone in because they will feel more connected to you instantly as they help you, and you will have one more thing to be grateful for, just like that. Could 60 seconds outside change your mood? Well, science says yes, and so do I. Whenever I feel stressed, and girl, you know it is often, instead of grabbing my phone or a bottle of booze or just powering through, now I step outside or even just open my window and stick my face close to the screen. I take notice of the sky, the trees, the breeze. These micro nature breaks reset my nervous system and boost my mood in under a minute. You don't need a hike, just open a window or step into your yard. Think that one was easy? What if you could rewire your brain for joy in just 3 lines of text a day? Gratitude is a cliche for a reason. It works. Every night I wrote down 3 things I was grateful for. But here's what made it stick. I started a gratitude text thread with a couple of friends. Every day we share at least one thing we're grateful for. That tiny act of connection and turned this gratitude into something I really looked forward to. And this leads me to my favorite shift ever. Also very liberating, has to do with my brain. What if you stopped treating your brain as a storage unit and made it a place of creativity and inspiration. What? Do you have random thoughts and then you hope and pray you can recall that thought from a crowded storage locker when you need it? And then it kind of stresses you out because you're not sure you're going to be able to remember it. Well, this one changed pretty much everything for me. I started writing down every freaking thing, every thought, every task, because clutter in my mind was stealing my energy and ruining my vibe. I would randomly remember that I needed to verify an appointment maybe, but I wouldn't be able to check my phone instantly. So instead of worrying about it and having it pop in my mind constantly, I jotted it down on a little notebook that I always have with me. And then occasionally I'll tap my thoughts into my notes app on my phone. But now, instead of forgetting bills or appointments or replaying these worries in my mind until I get a chance to check on things, I have a clear list and a clear head. Your brain is not a whiteboard. It's not meant to be a filing cabinet necessarily only. So let it create instead of clutter. That was my favorite. That's about my brain. That's it. These 5 tiny habits truly changed my life and in a short time. And I know they can change yours too. Which one of these feels the easiest to start today? I want you to start just one today. I want you to feel this liberation. Tell me in the comments because your answer might actually inspire someone else to also take action for themselves. Thank you for letting me share. Please, I hope you found this helpful and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more practical life tips, and even share this with a friend who might need a little life boost. For more daily inspiration, join me on Instagram at Journey with Kiva. Until next time, keep journeying on to better.